Welcome back to Licensed and Unsupervised with
Naomi and Becky.
Are you ready for some?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, we've been recording.
Yeah. Are you ready for the over 40 podcast?
I am over 40.
He is not. He's not over 40 at all.
Not even close.
Didn't think you were going to say that. Also,
Okay.
I always have to remember what I'm supposed to say. Now I remember. Okay. Welcome back to Licensed and Unsupervised, except today
We have a supervisor with us.
we'd like to welcome Ryan to the show.
Hi, everybody.
Ryan, why are you on our show today?
Because I was already at the salon.
So we couldn't be unsupervised.
We couldn't be unsupervised, and it's fair, was it the last time or the time before last, we were in his room unsupervised.
We were, so it's only fair that he be the first supervisor.
Did you
on our
know that?
podcast.
Yeah, I saw. Oh, don't mind. I saw it on Instagram stories, and I was like, I hope they cleaned up after themselves. And then there was phone chargers and random things that I had to put away.
Yeah.
There were?
Yeah, it's me. I'm the problem.
Yeah, it was Naomi. And I knew it was Naomi, so I went in her office and I gave it right back to her.
You're so nice. And then there's me over here. I'm like, there was something left behind. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah. So you work here.
Mm-hmm.
What do you do here at BA?
I do nails, I do hair, I do restocking the Chroma Daddy shelves. That's
Okay.
pretty much it.
Okay.
Yeah. Good stuff.
Yeah. What did you do before you worked here?
I worked at Paul Mitchell the school with Becky.
Boo, 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 boo.
That's how I met Becky. I worked there for like 3 years.
What was your first impression of Becky?
My first impression of Becky was that she was so joyful.
That's a good
Yeah.
first impression.
It was so good. Well, it was confusing for me meeting Becky because it was very confusing because this is how they introduced Becky.
It was very confusing.
Yeah, it was so confusing because this is how they introduce you. Hey, everybody, Becky's back.
Oh, that's all.
Who's Becky?
Oh.
Who's Becky? Because how cosmetology school works, right? You know, it's like rolling classes.
Uh-huh.
So you had been a future learning leader
Yep.
before.
In my
and so-
program to
right?
become an instructor.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
And some of those students were still enrolled.
Yes.
But while you were gone getting your license, I had enrolled. So then you
you're like,
come
Who's this
back,
person?
and everybody's, oh my God, I love Becky. Becky's back. And I've never met Becky one day in my life. But
So you were like, who is
who-
she?
who is she?
And why is she here?
who is this lady? I mean, she seems really cool and nice, and she's always smiling, but like, I don't know who this is.
That's funny. I
Yeah.
didn't think about that, but you're right.
Mhm.
Because I wasn't gone like a crazy amount of time. It was like maybe a month and a half,
Yeah.
I think. Almost 2 months, like 6 to 8 weeks.
So you were there for your instructor training, and then you left for a month to get licensed, and then were hired in as an instructor. And at that time, Ryan was enrolled in your class. Understood. Okay.
Yeah.
When did you and I meet?
Ooh, we met because I wanted to come see an old friend to get my hair done. Somebody else who had worked with us at Paul Mitchell.
Uh-huh.
So I was like, well, let me just make a hair appointment. I think that's how. No, that's a lie. I lied just now. No, that's not what happened. No, that was the second thing that happened. That was the second time we met. Was I
Okay.
got my hair done. I think the
Okay.
first time that we met was because I was doing work with wigs, and that same friend who had worked here at the time
Uh-huh.
was telling me, "Oh, my boss is so cool. She does all kinds of stuff with wigs.
Yeah.
You need to come meet her and connect so that like you can ask her your questions about wigs." So she very
Mm.
kindly invited me to the salon where I was like,
Mm.
"Hey, Naomi, I like wigs and you like wigs."
What was your first impression of meeting me?
Very different than how you are now. Because you were, okay, because listen, no, because you're like, it's very different. Because like when you first meet Naomi, she's like so like professional and whatever. Not to say that you're not professional generally, but like kind of not. You're really
Yeah.
funny, and like you know,
Okay.
you got that ADHD dog in you, like me.
I do.
Right. But like when I first met you, like I wouldn't have been like,
I was
oh,
more
she's crazy
polished.
like me. You were more polished. You were
Mm.
more polished, put together. Like, yes, I'm Naomi and I do magazines. You know?
Okay,
Like,
I love.
ooh,
Okay, that's great.
All right.
you know? So that was my first impression.
Do I have a question?
Any questions,
I feel like I was
Becky?
hogging the mic.
What is your favorite? You're not hogging Mike. What was a favorite memory or your favorite memory, if you had any, at Paul Mitchell,
Mm.
the school?
As a student or as an instructor?
Let's do both.
Yeah.
Okay. My favorite memory as a student would probably be because I could go with the sneaking out of school to go to Target. I could go with oh yeah, you guys are getting everything now that I don't work there anymore.
So we used to sneak out of school and go to Cherry Beauty Supply.
Oh yeah.
I'm just trying to figure out how you guys sneaked out. Not because
The
I was
back
in
door.
charge, but because I also could never sneak out of my school. So
Yeah, well, listen, here's the thing is that when you're the only guy in the school, it either works like way in your favor or way against you.
valid.
So, because you're very visible as a guy in a cosmetology school, everybody knows who you are because you're like the only one.
Right.
In my case, it let me get away with a lot of stuff because I was the only guy, but I was well liked because I wasn't like, can I swear? Because I wasn't an asshole to people.
He was not. I can confirm.
Yeah,
Ryan
we like
is
swearing.
one of the most kind people, and
tried.
he was not an asshole.
I
But
was
there
not an
were some
asshole.
other gentlemen that came through that were.
that were assholes for sure. Yeah. Ugh. But yeah, sneaking out of school.
So I had a guy in my beauty school. I don't fully remember what his name is, but he was one of those people that like everyone was like, oh, he's gonna go places. He's gonna be the best thing in the whole wide world. And then I remember watching him being like, he doesn't even do good hair.
Oh, people said that about me too, but I believe it. I'm just kidding. People said that about me that he's gonna do such great things.
I'm crying
and
out loud.
all this
Okay.
I know,
stuff."
but what? Hold on, pause. But what thing do you believe? Do you believe that you won't or that you will?
Oh, that I will.
Okay,
Oh,
good.
okay,
I
'cause
was
we were
just
both, like,
checking,
gonna jump you
and I
just
was
now.
you were about to see the first
Yeah.
licensed and unsupervised headlock. No, I'm just
Like
kidding.
mom drop right now.
It's gonna be like Ryan.
We're like, wait a minute, you don't believe in yourself? We failed you.
But that brings up a good topic though, because there is something about the guys in our
Mhm.
industry in general, but also in beauty school. Because I have a
Yes.
story that we can tell later. Carry on with yours.
Yes. So one of the things that I noticed about this guy was the fact that like he was just a guy, and that was the only point of difference, truly. But then like he was like friends with everybody, and it was like he's so fun and all the stuff, and so then it just like attracted that energy, which is great and fun. But then when I got into my career and my job, and I worked with a male hairdresser the first time, and I was like, he is just performative. He is not even good at doing hair. And
That
I
is
was
the case a lot of the time.
so irritated. And then you know what I did? Then I decided all men were like that and called them all out for a long time.
Ooh, kill all men.
Yeah,
Ooh,
I did.
no
I did
more
for a while.
men.
But then
Yeah.
then I hired
I mean, fair enough.
right. But then I hired a man, and he wasn't a good time.
It wasn't a good time.
No,
Were you scared to hire me?
no, I was
Why?
not. I already knew you.
Well, but when you first met me,
No,
Were
I
you
really
like,
wanted you to work here.
because everybody in the
minute I
whole
met you.
salon loved me.
My first
Yeah.
impression was like, oh, I like that energy. I want that here all the
Okay.
time.
That's great. I love that.
Yeah, I'm more of an energy. Like I can feel usually from people what they're giving off, and
Mhm.
if I'm just not getting the right vibe, then it's fine. But like,
Yeah.
even in interviews, like we're saying, okay, well, like we have all these people, we love them and everything, but like I'm just not. I don't know what it is. We just need more from them sometimes. So
Valid.
I just felt like you were a good. I was like, this is what we need in here.
Ryan's good peeps.
Yeah. So So you're the first man that I've worked with that's great at hair.
I'm the only good man.
Well, unfortunately,
That is quite a big paintbrush, my love.
Yes.
But yes, you are.
you
It
are-
seems like the picture that we're painting right now.
You are what? Well, maybe in our industry.
In our
that I
industry,
will
wait,
agree
wait.
with, yes.
in our salon.
Because the one from
Sorry, Matt.
oh no, you left out Matt
Yeah.
and Joe
Oh,
and Joe. See
well, and
what you
I
just
think
did?
my
No.
husband's great.
I think mine is too,
And
but
she-
they're not in our industry,
They're
so
not,
we
so
were.
they don't
if we
have to
stay
count.
there,
Yeah.
but yeah, no, there's a lot of great men, but
Mhm.
maybe not. I had a man in my beauty school, and there was a hair show that you got to enter, kind of like Paul Mitchell has done and different whatever. And so he picked me and 3 other girls to do our hair, and it was very avant-garde, and it was very cool. He, for my style, my hair was my red color, and he put black weave tracks in my hair, but upside down.
Okay.
Because we were going to go, up. And
Mhm.
so I had this whole like up situation and
Mhm.
like a big rooster tail. That's what I call
I'm
it.
having a real hard time picturing this. Not
Are
gonna
you?
lie.
No.
Yeah.
Rooster tail. Oh, you didn't?
The whole thing. I can't even picture any of this on you.
Okay. Well, no. Oh, no.
Not a mohawk.
There was, so here you should know this. It was, how do I say this? I don't think he knew what he was doing when he was doing it. He just was like, I'm going to
He
throw
had the
some
audacity to
stuff.
do it
He
anyway.
did. So it was like this whole chunk of my hair was coming down to like here. And then everything here was just coming up, but like some pieces were sticking out there and some were going forward here and some were it was very bizarre. But also keep in mind that these black tracks have been sewn in my hair. Sounds simple enough, not sewn, glued. Okay.
Oh my.
Do you know where I'm going with this?
Yeah.
So he tells me, because I've never had this before, and then he tells me, I'm like, okay, David, how do I get these out? And he's like, oh, real easy. You just put some, baby oil on there. It's going to fall out. It did not come out that easy. And also, I had an interview the very next day at a salon and day spa to be their receptionist. So I was in full on panic mode, and I went up to the beauty school when it was closed, but like the teachers were there, and I was like, someone help, because by then I had ripped out pieces of my scalp because I was like, I can't go to this interview.
Oh my god.
If they would, I didn't care that they were black, but if I could have styled my hair up in a cute way that didn't look disgusting,
Right.
and I didn't have time. So I go in, and Miss Butler kindly discovers, oh, he glued them right to your head. Oh, yep. And then starts getting a lot of potions of things and starts scrubbing the crap out of my head. My head was doing this in the bowl. Like,
Oh, I hate this for you.
and she got it out. And then, my hair was so dry after that, and it was fine. And then I went on the interview, and I did get the job, but I was like, David, you did me so dirty.
So dirty.
So dirty. And that's just like, that sums up a man in a cosmetology school to me. And like, I need to see that more from women. That's what I'm saying. Like, because that confidence,
Yeah.
that like blind confidence, like that's something that I struggle with sometimes too. Like sometimes you do just have to like do it. Maybe not in like an unsafe way where we're gluing things directly to people's scalps. Maybe not like that part, but like the idea of it, like you don't know exactly what you're doing, but you're going to do it anyways. And like men, like white men just have that in them, that I can just do whatever I want and I'm the best.
That is not, I can confirm it's not just white men. I am married to a black man, and he very much has that mindset, to my terrifying, mystified self, because he just has this like, I think because I'm in a trade too, and I don't know if you guys think this, I just feel like, you remember the cartoon Handy Manny? Okay,
Yeah.
Manny was like the guy that came and fixed it, but there was the baker lady and the other, like the florist lady, and everyone has their job.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to attempt to like do electricity and electrician work or a plumber thing, maybe unclog a toilet, but nothing. Oh no, not Ricardo Harris. Nope. He's like, I can do that. It's no problem. One time our stove needed a piece, and I was convinced that he was going to blow up the entire home. So he was like, no, I got this. It's no problem. I took me and all the children to the backyard. We went all the way behind the garage because I was like, someone has to live out of this scenario.
Yeah.
That's a little dramatic, but
But
that's how I felt at the time.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I have that with like crafts, arts and crafts. I can do anything arts and crafts. if
I can
want
too.
to.
With hair.
Yeah, with hair.
Yeah. Give me some wire. some recycling parts that you don't go to something, no matter what it goes to.
Yeah.
I can turn it into something cool.
Yeah, and like you just watch a YouTube video of anything and you can figure things out.
So I cannot.
No,
That doesn't work that way.
that's how I work.
Yeah, no, I can't. That's not how my brain works.
Yeah.
No, I like to learn things for myself the hard way. I like
I
to
just figure-
dive in. Yeah, I
fuck
like to
around
get
and find
burnt.
out.
I like
Yeah.
to get cut and burned and like bruised.
Ooh.
Remember my lips?
Yeah, I do
Yeah.
remember your
I got-
bruised lips.
I
That
got
was,
filler.
yeah,
That's
you
the whole
definitely
face now.
fucked
Didn't.
around and found out.
I still have some right here, some bruising right there still, because I didn't listen to them, and I just was like, yeah, give me filler. I'm fine. It's great. I love it.
Yeah, for some things I can do that, but like if I want to do, if I'm like, I can do this. Like I'm gonna do a good job at it too. Then you just like YouTube, how to, whatever,
Mm-hmm.
and then you watch one video. I can do that. Easy. And
Yeah,
then you do it.
after I've burned myself.
What is the most successful thing you've ever YouTubed and like done? Or is it like everything you've ever done that you've YouTubed?
Everything. Like I swear to God, everything. Like I learned how to do hair before I went to cosmetology school by watching YouTube, because I watched Guy Tang videos, like from when he did the Pubes to Paradise video, where he took that girl's hair that looked like pubes and he made it like this vivid, gorgeous masterpiece. And then I watched every single one of his videos after that. So then that's how I learned, like, you need to lift to this level in order to deposit these colors. You have to, like, over direction does this with color, because he did like he called it holographic hair. It was like prisms, so like that's how I learned everything. He highlighted, he did crazy color corrections, and so then I would watch his videos, and then I would go to the Sally Beauty Supply and get myself some vivid hair color and some random bleach and figure it out.
I love that.
I'm going to go grab some tools that I had.
Tools that you
Tools?
had. I'm intrigued. Oh
I'm
gosh.
scared.
I know. What is she bringing?
Oh no.
We have a supervision and tools.
supervision and tools. This is a very special
It
episode.
is a special
And we're
episode.
dropping things. Oh,
Oh, yes. That's why you needed those tools.
I
Yeah.
see.
YouTube wasn't there.
There was no such thing in YouTube back in the Stone Age.
Ha ha ha.
Yeah, back in the Stone Age, we used to get magazines in the mail. And so we have behindthechair.com on paper.
Mhm.
So hold this for me while I show the viewers what this looks like, So look,
Mhm.
yeah, that's incredible.
And not just okay. Also, nobody could bring you in like a picture unless it was out of a magazine.
Yeah.
For
Look at-
inspo, because they would come to the salon and there
Yeah.
were these big, colorful, like portrait style books that were hard covered, and you would sit and they, updo book,
Yeah.
haircut book.
Yeah.
I remember that from the getting my
Yes.
hair cut up at the Great Clips, looking through the books.
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's
So what
fun.
happened was I would get this quarterly. Okay. So I would get this once a quarter, and I don't even know if I paid for it. If it was, I don't know if having I don't know. But there's Guy Tang right there on the cover.
Oh my God. No. There he
Guy
is.
Tang.
Taught me like literally everything.
Yeah. So this has people that no one knows anymore on here. But also, basically, we would get the magazine and then go through it, and then literally, like, this is techniques for blending extensions with hair.
Mhm.
So this was YouTube for me. So that's why.
So it has instructions in it too.
It does. And so I forget that YouTube exists, because this was
Mhm.
how I learned from books and from like print.
Yeah.
So like I forget that YouTube even exists, and I'm like, well, no, I had to fuck around and find out, right? That's what you do. You do with the things, and then you figure out what works.
Well, and you figure out if what was printed is actually accurate. Because I've also done that, like, not just in the hair world, but in, like, cooking
Right,
or something like that, right? You have, like, recipes, right? You can go to Pinterest, and the same thing really applies, but I feel like they're a little bit more, I don't know, at least when I'm doing things on video or looking at a video or something, sometimes I'm like, now that I know what I'm doing, I'm like, that doesn't make any sense. But if somebody didn't know, I'm like, oh, I'm going to mess that up. They're going to
Mhm.
completely mess it up. Whereas if it's in a cookbook, I feel like if it had to go through the process to get printed on a paper, it's probably been tested more than it was tested to go on video. I don't know.
Potentially.
What do you think?
I, I, I think it's the skill knowing what is accurate information on YouTube and what is not. Like, you have to be getting it from a reliable source. Like,
Mhm.
Guy Tang was
Yes.
is a professional in our industry,
Yeah.
so he was a reliable source. I was not
Yeah.
watching. Well, let me take that back. I was watching people do their own hair at home, and like sometimes it would come out amazing, and sometimes it wouldn't. So I just wasn't listening to their advice as much. I was watching those more so for entertainment, not for education. But I was watching things that I knew were a reliable source.
Yeah. So like watching
important.
people learn the hard way.
Yeah, watching people learn the hard way was just like funny, And then
Yeah.
I knew that I didn't have to do that because I was watching
Because you were preparing.
and preparing.
Because our
and
brains don't work the same.
where they do not.
No.
I need to have the step by step of every. I need to fully understand the science and the math behind all the things a lot of the time before I do it on hair.
Okay. Because you said that, I have a question.
Mhm.
So remember when we worked on the Empower shoot that first time with the Hmong?
Yeah. With
We
the
did not
sculpture?
we did not have a plan at all. So
Yeah.
how do you?
So that one,
And it went great.
I think I'm talking more so when there's like a chemical involved
Okay.
or chemicals and cutting.
Okay.
Like that, I have to really like know and understand
Mhm.
before I do it because it's so technical. But when it comes to like a hair sculpture, that feels more to me like when I was working in clay in art school. And with
So that's
that,
more like the
it's
arts
more
and craft.
fluid, the art part rather than like the technical part.
Because I do feel like when we are on set like that, you do have that more analytical mind, which is perfect for me because I do not. And so I'm like, if I do this, what do you think will happen?
Mhm.
And usually he's right, and like we'll be able to navigate it. But I think that it's helpful to lean into each other's strengths
Oh,
in that
yeah.
way.
Yeah, because you get me outside of my box a little bit too with the crazy ideas that
Mhm.
may or may not work, and we usually together can figure out how to make it work.
Right, right. It's that like action step that I need other people for. I
Mhm.
have the idea
Mm-hmm.
always.
You figure it out always though on the shoots.
Yes, I do figure it out always on shoots. You know what though? One of the coolest things I've ever done in my whole career was when you invited me to the school to do the avant-garde class.
Oh, that was so fun. That was so fun because like they don't know as much because they're in school. They're students. That's the facts. But I think in a way that helps them also to be less analytical. So then they come up with more creative stuff and creative solutions to things. And
Mhm.
like, you and I both have more experience obviously than a student.
Mhm.
So to be able to like help guide them through that was so cool, so fun.
It's so cool. And then also judging their little thing was so fun too. I loved
Mhm.
that. When you were a teacher, what was your like favorite special event that came in, or like educator?
Mm.
Like, is there one that like stuck out as like this was super impactful? I'm just curious.
There is, but now I can see her and I can't remember her name. I literally have a picture of her. Actually, maybe there was two.
Okay.
Okay, one. I wish I could remember her name, but she has gorgeous curly hair. She's tall.
Paula Peralta?
Thank you.
Yeah.
I knew if
I
I
love her.
started saying things, someone would know maybe.
Yeah, she's great.
Yes, I just liked, I don't know, were you there for her?
Oh,
See,
yeah, I
also
was
this
there.
is what happens when
The
you work at a beauty
timelines
school.
are whack.
You just know the years you were there and you forget who was then there, so you assume everyone knows everyone or experienced it, and then you're like, wait, maybe they did or didn't.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I liked just the content that she gave overall was about like curly hair, and she was very intentional with
Yes.
like how to view curly hair and viewpoints, and I really appreciated that because I just think there was a lot of people who didn't have that perspective, didn't understand where that perspective came from. So having that was key. Did you have a favorite part of hers?
Oh, I love how she's very intentional with energy too. Like she
Mhm.
always talks about like say yes when things are aligned with you. So not always saying yes, but say yes aligned so that you can save your energy for those opportunities that are for you, and you're not like going on a detour that doesn't serve you.
Yes, which is huge.
Yeah.
Yeah. You have to say a lot of no's to get to the best yes.
Absolutely.
Okay, and then the next one, I don't think you were here for the Bali Lama.
Oh yeah, I remember her.
But
yeah.
were you, see, this is my
Sunlights?
brain, Sunlights, yes.
Yeah.
The inventor
That
of the
was
money
cool.
piece. If you know money piece, it's, if you don't know, for those of you who may be watching that aren't in the hair world, but it's when you see the lighter pieces of hair around the face frame, but it doesn't always have to be lighter hair. Sometimes it's a vivid, sometimes it's a darker, but it's just basically an accentuated piece of hair that lives at the front, and she coined that phrase, money piece, and she's super sweet. I feel like her techniques, also her timing though, I played around because I wrote them all down, and I was like, there ain't no way. There ain't no way.
What do you mean?
So she was like, someone asked the question, and then she was giving the information on like basically how doing balayage, which is true balayage is just hand painting. That's what the word means, is
Right.
to like paint with your hand.
Right.
So no foil, no saran wrap, no none of that. And so she was saying how much it, saved her time with her lightning services. And she was like if I do this, like one of them, she said like 12 minutes, and it was like a whole head. She literally was like, I can do a whole like head refresh basically in 12 minutes. And when you watched her with her pace was so quick, and I was mystified. I was like, I guess
Oh.
if that's all you do all day, then maybe you probably would. Your body,
The
like,
muscle memory alone would
right,
show
like,
up for you.
scientifically. I know that much, so I was like, okay,
Yeah.
it must be. But
Yeah, what's her name? Candy Shaw, right?
you're really good with names,
I'm
Ryan.
really
yes,
good.
her name
I'm
is
really
Candy
good.
Shaw.
No,
I have a picture with
I
her too.
remember when she was talking about that too. It reminded me of Tammy Taylor. I think she still has the world record for like fastest set of pink and white nails or something like that.
I
But
didn't know that was a world record that could be had.
apparently, yeah, I think it was like some
Hmm.
like 8 minutes, something crazy like that. Like pink and whites where like it's made out of acrylic, not like painted on top.
Right.
So like crazy. But
Hmm.
yeah.
Do you know what the time was or no?
I think it was 8 minutes. I don't know.
A full set?
I think so. I could be wrong.
Wow.
No, but that's either. I mean, listen, the fact that she broke a record, I don't even care what the record is. It would
I
take me
just-
3 years. So
I just now want to know what records we can break.
that's what my brain went to as well. You
I
saw
know.
it happen. I was like,
Our eyes locked. We
I was
were
like,
like, what are we doing
wait,
next?
there's records?
Yeah, there's records for like everything. Like people like what's his name? Oh my god, the Hollywood hair guy, Dean Banowetz. Dean Banowetz.
Yes, we
I've
like
met
him
him
too.
a couple of times. He was super nice all the times that I met him, but he was the first guest speaker ever when I was in beauty school that we had.
Mhm.
And when he came, he had grown his beard out really long and then got the world record for most bobby pins in a beard.
I forgot about that experience, and that was
Yes.
a really cool day because it
So
took
cool.
so long. And everyone got to get in on the action that
Yeah.
wanted to put bobby pins in his beard.
Well, we got to shave his beard off, was what I got to
Oh,
do.
Yes.
Was shave his beard off. So, because he had grown it out for the record
Mhm.
and then was like, I'm going to get rid of it now. And keep in mind, this again is the first guest speaker I've ever had in school. So I'm in core class and like
Mm.
I had cut my own hair with clippers. I ain't never cut anybody's beard in my whole life. Technically, per the state laws in Michigan, I was not supposed to be cutting somebody else's hair. Not even close. I was not at 350 hours.
You were
but
not.
It was like a fun thing.
But Dean Banowetz said it was fine.
He said it was fine.
So it was his face and
Yeah.
his beard.
He said it was fine, so it was fine. And I cut it, and I was so scared. And Sarah Kay was helping me. She was so sweet.
Mhm. All right. Well, until next time, this has been Licensed and Unsupervised with
Naomi and Becky.